everybody!
Hey guys!
MaJeliv here, we are the Vasquez family, and in today's video we are going to be continuing our KGF journey by watching the official trailer for KGF Chapter 2. Today we'll be watching the Hindi version. But yeah, so we are extremely excited, intrigued I would say is I think the best word. We were kind of left with the cliffhanger when we finished Chapter 1. And there was a lot of hype around this one. You guys have been very passionate and excited to share this with us. So we are very eager to jump in. This movie stars Rocky star Yash with Sanjay Dutt, who's going to play Adhira in this film, with Ravina Tandon, and it is directed by Prashanth Neel. So we are extremely intrigued. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your patience. And we are going to jump right in to the official trailer of KGF Chapter 2. Let's do this. Here we go.
KGF में करुणा को मारने के बाद क्या हुआ? आप पढ़ेंगे?
खून से लिखी हुई कहानी है। स्याही से नहीं बढ़ेगी। अगर आगे बढ़ाना है, तो फिर से खून ही मांगेगी।
Hombale. Hombale films.
There will be no more tolerance.
Oh, what? That is a lot of people in one place. Oh, she's the other one, remember?
Right.
The two one that they were foreshadowing. Wow. He's the one with the the
one
ring.
That we haven't. Oh.
Oh man.
He is the biggest criminal. He is the biggest businessman. This is the biggest national issue.
Rocking star Yash.
Violence, violence, violence. I don't like it. I avoid. But violence likes me.
My
I can't avoid.
Oh my god.
Dude, looks like action packed.
कह देना उनको कि मैं आ रहा हूँ अपनी KGF लेने। मेरे दोस्त यार कोई यार नहीं।
Wow.
मेरे दुश्मनी झेल सके ऐसी तलवार नहीं।
Cinematics look really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the cinematics always, I mean,
Yeah.
come on now.
बिजनेस करेंगे। Offer closes soon.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wow. Bloodbath is coming.
अच्छा ठीक है, अभी तू सो जा, कल सुबह जाकर ले आना।
That's adorable.
Chapter 2. Nice.
interesting.
Exciting.
Looks very interesting.
Looks epic, for sure.
It looks like the epic collusion. Listen to me. Collision. Collision of all of these hungry for power mobsters, leaders, and political people wanting to just take hold of KGF.
But those two were the ones that stood out the most, right? The lady and they were the ones that they foreshadowed.
And the one that looks like a warrior, like he's
a sword, like a medieval.
And
He's got the
if we
braids
get
and
to
the
find out
tattoo.
I think
more about
Sanjay
those
Dutt's
people,
character.
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, Sanjay Dutt.
Finding out more about
Which
those
was one of the
people,
other
you know, the ones that were just shown, and we were just like, oh, okay.
Right, to
well,
actually see them,
you know, to actually see them fight in their actual power that they talk about will be very cool to see.
Yeah, and we heard Rocky say the line that you guys mentioned in the comments about how he doesn't like violence, but violence likes him,
yeah,
and he can't avoid violence. So
that's I actually enjoyed that comment a lot. It's like he's like, whatever, I'll do if I have to. Question about that, and maybe it's for our viewers. Does Yash do his own voice dubbing Because it sounded different than him. I don't know.
Well, because it's
Or
Hindi.
Hindi. We also watched the Hindi version.
it's a
No,
different-
right. So that's what I'm asking. But when they do the dubbing for it, do they bring him in to do the English? Do they keep the English?
Gotcha.
I guess
gotcha.
that's what I'm curious
I'm-
about.
it sounded like the same English. Possibly.
I'd actually want to watch the Kannada version to hear his voice to see.
He likes the difference.
I really like his voice. He's got.
Yeah, his voice is cool.
It's a very effortless, like, I'm a badass. You can mess with me if you want. It's not going to go well for you. Kind
Right.
of voice, you know?
Yeah.
How do you get that in your voice? I want to get that. Like,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
You have that
Very
naturally,
cool.
Dad.
Oh,
Naturally.
thank you.
I think
I
we're
do what I
gonna
can.
expect to see just more of the epicness of the first one, the types of fighting that we saw. The problems will get more intense. People want to claim KGF back, who had it before, and people who've been chasing it will try to what is it? Combat him, I guess, or go against him to take it from him. And I'm hoping we'll find the closure of him maybe satisfying what he's been trying to gain from what he promised his mother.
Is that a flashback with his mother that we see?
Yeah, he had a
What was-
flashback again.
That
I hope we see more of that. I'm really curious to see kind of more of that mother-son story and dynamic. I know you guys have probably all seen this movie already. Just a disclaimer, we do not have the ability right now to see this in theaters. We will try to find it and see how we can stream it or find a way to watch it as soon as we can, but we won't be able to see it in theaters, so it may take us a little bit longer to see it and get it to you guys when we can find it. So please be patient with that. But thank you for your patience with this, and I'm glad now we kind of know what to expect for the next one.
I'm glad we waited to watch the first one to watch this, or else we would have
Yeah,
been
it wouldn't. It makes more sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
more
yeah.
confused. And
Honestly, though, with this like story with Rocky, I very much see him as a one-punch man. I really feel like he's gonna win already in the end. But it's more of looking forward to what he's learning throughout all of this, because he's obviously evolved from the first movie to this one, at least we think, where he's learning a lot about his mother and actually seeming human. We saw more of that humanity in the second act of the movie, so hopefully there's more growth in this character, because obviously, I mean, maybe he doesn't, maybe he struggles, and but I wouldn't be surprised if he just wins in the end, kind of like he's supposed to always do.
it's the question. It's
or
the question
he-
of how. I think.
Yeah,
it's
that
the
or
question
he
of how.
temporarily wins in 2055. You got KGF Chapter 15, and they just keep on going. Rocky versus
I
the
think
world.
he
you know?
definitely will. I mean, it seems like this is definitely kind of following or story that people enjoy, where it is a matter of how he's going to win. He's probably going to have struggle, but like my mom said, I think that's what's most intriguing for me about this part is to see more of the flashbacks with his mom, and to see if he has more interactions with the people, with the poor and the people of KGF, the people that are enslaved there. I think we started to get that towards the end. When he helped that old man, the blind man. And so maybe we'll find a little bit more humanity in that.
And also the whole aspect of him defending now, not necessarily being so much on offense, but more
of taking
defense as well.
right, of
you know?
defending the people, defending the land. So possibly, yeah, we'll see where this goes. But
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a
for
lot of-
sure, the action and the visuals were always impress. Perhaps the editing is exactly the same in terms of the quickness.
The trailer honestly seemed pretty slow.
a
But
little
we'd
bit
have
slower.
To see
Yeah.
the other we'd have to see the trailer for the first KGF, and if it was slow, then maybe it's just
Yeah.
the same.
We
speed.
also saw some comments about the first movie being edited by was it a 16-year-old or
19.
19-year-old? Listen to me, 19-year-old. Which I thought, if that's true, please confirm that.
Very impressive.
Confirm
if
that to us in the
that's-
comments, because regardless, that editing
Dang.
must have been
Yeah.
so hard to do. Just because it's hard for us to fully take in the movie with that editing doesn't mean that it's not hard. It's definitely hard, and a lot of work was put into that. So
And even though there was a lot of fast scenes and they were super short, they were pretty essential to the story. It just happened so fast, so it was a bit overwhelming.
I
But
just-
editing is very impressive.
I think the production aspect of this movie is extremely impressive, and I can't wait to see
Absolutely.
what happens next. We will see. And are they gonna hint at a chapter 3? Who knows where they're gonna go with this?
Well,
but
I think Yash is a beloved actor. You said you saw an interview where he's like a really sweet
Seems
man,
like he's a really good,
really
good
kind,
guy.
and
Seems like it, yeah.
He seems like it. We don't know him, but I think there's a fan base for him. I think there's a fanship. I think everything that he does, it's very like, you know, people look forward to it because they love his work, and I could see why he's so appealing. You know, as a performer, as an actor. So yeah, I mean, just by seeing the first movie, you know, it's like, yeah, I kind of want to see Rocky again.
For sure.
And his acting and everything he does is great. So
Yeah, I'm
He's
looking
certainly
forward to it.
he's certainly the guy I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
You know, I've kind of
Feels like
taught.
a comic.
It feels like what?
It feels like a comic.
It does, like an anime, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they found the way to just kind of put all these wonderful genres of fantasy together. I've been telling myself this is like a contemporary fantasy where, you know, you have some swords even, but
Now you do, right?
Yeah, there's swords involved, there's guns, but you also have these elements of like Scarface. But those big epic shots we had with all of these like bosses, these like leaders colliding, it reminded me of The Hobbit, the third one, with the Battle of the Five Armies, where they all collide, and it's just this massive group of people just fighting for the same thing, for the same amount of gold, the same amount of riches.
yeah.
So you have that, mix that with the, you know, kind of like the mobster feel.
Yeah, man.
And it's a lot of, Mad Max even is still in there. So it looks like it's a little bit more of what we've had, but hopefully we're going to get a little bit more fleshed out story to kind of get beneath the why.
Character, I would
Even
say.
still,
Character.
there was
character
like
why.
more like still moments. Like they almost left the camera on Yash for a little longer because they know and they realize that there is an audience for him and his performance. So they
Yes.
kind of let the camera stay there. You know, they didn't cut to a different angle or.
It certainly
they just,
seemed that
Yeah,
way,
they
right?
just
Yeah.
kept
I
it
hope
there.
so. Yeah, I mean, again, we will see. We will see when we see it, but
Yeah.
Regardless, it'll be very interesting and great to jump in and give you guys our thoughts once we do see it. But we can't wait. Finally, we got to it. We got to the trailer, and definitely will keep you guys in the loop once we see it and bring you guys along with us. But let us know what you guys thought of the movie in the comments without spoilers if
No
possible.
Please don't spoil it
Yes,
for us.
please
we
don't
wanna see
tell
it.
us what happens.
We do want to see it.
But let us know what are some good things to know going into this movie, and yeah, we're always open to entering into different we'd love to share with you guys and what you guys get excited about because even though this movie may not be for everyone and it isn't something that we'd go immediately sit down for, I would say, because I know people in the comments before they're saying that you guys probably won't like this movie at all. And we can each have our own personal preference, but regardless, I think what we enjoy the most about this whole process, about this whole, this whole interaction thing we do here with our reaction channels is how we can connect with all of you and kind of just hear the way you guys love these movies and connect over movies in general with all of you, which is something we love, and to kind of share that similarity together and just have a great conversation and an expression of love for art, man. So anyway, with that, I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. If you guys are enjoying what we're doing here on this channel, you guys can help support us monthly by checking out the link in the description or with this card up above, where your support monthly will help us create more videos and get them out your way. And if you haven't already, we would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and hit the like to vote this video up, which will help recommend our videos to more people so that more people can join us and enjoy these reactions alongside us. But with that, go out there, spread your light, and we'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.